Yes, welcome to my high-end and frequency business podcast. My name is Lisette Lucas from the Netherlands, and I'm an international trained high-end success medium and a high-end and frequency business coach. Throughout my podcast series, I help ambitious, empathetic coaches who aim for high-end success, fulfillment, and ultimate life and business mastery. Absolutely living and thriving from their stardust potential. I'll give you the tips, the tools, and energy shifts you need to shift to the next level of impact, abundance, freedom, and absolute energy joy. So I hope you're ready to shift with me. Let's go. Podcast 76, Award-winning energy. Unlock your own path to exceptional greatness and impact. Yes, a very warm welcome to this special episode of the High End and Frequency Business Mastery podcast. You can find the show notes of this episode at www.lisettelucas.com/B76 and download my Lisette Lucas app totally for free for iOS and Android. Well, I can share this with you. I received fantastic news, and perhaps you already know that I'm an executive contributor for the international Brainz magazine, a digital magazine for high-level achievers and experts in their field of expertise. And it's really a magazine for those who want to get the most out of it, the most out of their lives, and go all into that next level. So, yes, I was immensely honored when they asked me to contribute monthly to their amazing magazine. And then suddenly, yesterday, the news came in that I won an award. And what kind of award? Well, specifically, it's the prestigious Brainz 500 Global Award. So I received this award along with 500 top entrepreneurs worldwide. So you can imagine this was a pinch me moment for me. And something very special happened. And I was just talking to my online trading group and students about this. Do you remember this feeling from school when you did well, when you put in all the effort, and after you've done well, that you got a sticker? Yeah, I always was collecting stickers, right? Well, that's the feeling, to be honest, that I got here. Because it felt like a beautiful form of recognition where you receive an award for what you set in motion for the world by developing purely from your own heart and soul, because that's what I've been doing. And then after that, share that with the world like I'm doing now, because that's how it feels for me. I purely follow what comes to me, comes through me, what I receive as energetic downloads, and that's what I share. And yes, to be seen for that and to be spotlighted alongside the world's greatest experts, well, I can only say I feel so, so grateful because honestly, and this is a nice one to reflect on for yourself, because what you do now in daily life and what you can do is just the most normal thing in the world right now, isn't it? And what I convey and what I share with you is, well, I want to say second nature, but it isn't second nature. It's intuition is your first nature, energy work. And yeah, so it's normal for me simply because I have mastered it. I've honed that skill, that expertise. But yeah, that doesn't mean it's second or first nature to everyone. And that's what makes the human mind so special, especially if you're a sensitive, highly sensitive person or an empathetic person who prefers to give more than to receive. Because when you receive something, and be honest, we usually diminish ourselves and often undermine or downplay a compliment by giving an even bigger compliment back to the other person who was trying to give you that compliment. Right? Sounds familiar? Yeah, absolutely. Been there, done that. And wow, when you look at it from energetic perspective, it's so important to also learn how to receive. In fact, when we give a lot, we also need to be able to receive. Otherwise, the energetic balance is completely off. Yes, there will be an absolute disbalance, and that will definitely have consequences, specifically in the long term. So, yes, you can imagine I wholeheartedly accepted this award And I choose to let it be my fire and my driving force to set even more emotion, even stronger. I received a message today from abroad as well, from a totally different angle, where I am invited for a conversation about something very special. And yes, it's bizarre how everything unfolds when you stay true to your heart and soul. And permanently, and this is the most important part because this changed everything for me, and permanently break through blocks that keep you small and stuck, because that's what you need to break through. And when you do that, when you do the work, and when you take daily action steps, then it literally comes to your path like magic. So, yeah, I can say now at this moment in time, I'm flowing from one thing to another, and that's very special to experience. But what I want to share with you today, because I feel it so clearly now, thanks to this Brainz 500 Global Award. And I'm going to ask you something. So, the first feeling you get when I ask you this, what would you give yourself an award for today? So, look at your life, what you do, and who you are. What would you give yourself an award for? Or better said, what would you give yourself a sticker for? What would you honor yourself for? Like saying, wow, look where you come from and where you stand now today. Because that's what happens. And I know that myself. We just forget that in all the hustle and bustle of the moment. And we also forget it because our mind is wired that way. It lives in patterns. So when you repeat a certain pattern, it's your comfort zone. So this is your call to spotlight yourself, to praise yourself, to give yourself that pat on the back. And I do it too, because you are listening to this now. And I want to say congratulations for that. Congrats for listening, because it's not just listening with your physical ear. Yeah, sure, you're hearing it, but it's listening. The step before that was listening to your heart and soul, and therefore feeling drawn to listen to this, right? That's how you ended up here. So you needed to hear this at this moment in time. And I want to say to you, you are beautiful. You are absolutely fantastic. And what you have achieved so far is phenomenal. I mean, think about it. Think about everything that you've overcome. You've survived it. You lived through it. You did it. And the best part, this energy, this energy you're feeling right now is the drive and the power you need to move forward, to develop yourself even stronger and to grow so that you can contribute to the greater good, to the greater whole, the greater good in a way that suits you like a glove, suits you and your soul. And well, one thing I know for sure, when you follow me and when you listen to me, you don't settle for level good. You don't settle for level okay. No, I know what you're settling for. You only settle for level outstanding. So let that be your new standard. And in everything you do it from the energy of gratitude above the golden line with the love and frequency of energy joy. So do you feel that yes? And will you go for it? Do you want to go from good or okay to level excellent to level extraordinary? Yeah? How does that feel? Because everything is already present here. It's already here. It only has to be set in motion. So when you feel that, yes, that's what I'm going for, that level outstanding, then I want to say again, congratulations, because you know and you remember that you're made of pure stardust potential. And sure, you can always choose. We have free will. So it's always up to you to fully utilize it or not. Yeah. And maybe you need that push, that nudge, or maybe you just need that kick under your, well, you know what? Well, that, or maybe you need help with breaking through those blocks, those limiting beliefs, those old patterns. So when you feel like, yes, I need one of those. Well, DM me then the word award. And when you DM me the word award, I know that you've been listening to this podcast. So I know from what energy you're tuning in and connecting with me. And what we'll do then? Well, we look together then at what would be the next best step for you. So what I want you to do now is celebrate life. Celebrate life exactly where you are and where you stand right now. Because I do the same. I do the same with my award in my pocket. And yes, my promise to you, I'm on to the next one because then I know for sure that I've made even more impact on the world from my own heart and soul, and that my soul and loved ones in spirit and here around me are jumping for joy because living and conveying your mission and purpose, growing and developing and contributing to the happiness of another person, another soul, is, in my opinion, the most beautiful thing there is. It's all about contributing, growing, and fulfillment. Well, if this resonates with you, you can find the show notes at www.lisettelucas.com/B76. And there you can also find the link to my Brainz 500 Global Award. So click on the link under this podcast or below it or around it, wherever you can find it. And I want to finish with this. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. And thank you for listening. Looking forward to meet you and to connect. Bye-bye. See you soon. Thank you for listening to my high-end and frequency business podcast. My name is Lisette Lucas, and if you want to join my Energy Joy world, please drop me a DM and really looking forward to connect.